just like that, here we are. Another Friday. We made it. Well, most of us made it. So, how are you? Hope you're having a good Friday or Saturday if you're already in the future. And if you're watching this in the past, buckle up, baby. Because it's gonna be a bumpy ride. What day is it? Friday? We said that. But is it Overwatch Friday? No. No, it's not. No Overwatch today. For better or for worse. No. I, instead, wanted to say hello. Happy Friday. And I would like you to know that I am trying to think of something interesting to tell you while I pull up my note from Raid. Okay, so, hi Nemo. Anwar, if you're still there, if you haven't gone to bed yet, hello. And, okay, so I got some messages from Raid. Apparently I screwed up because the YouTube videos have comments enabled, and I was so sure that I set up to like disable those. It's not like a problem or anything, but I feel bad because, you know, like I was going to say I'm definitely sure, but now I don't know. I'm second guessing things. I'm pretty sure that the YouTube live chat for the videos is disabled. I hope it is, because if people are in there talking and I'm just ignoring them, and that's the thing, I have not known about these comments, and I haven't responded to any of them, and so I feel bad about that, especially because the comments were open, and if comments are open, then you expect, I don't know, I guess in the best case scenario, something of a dialogue. There's no dialogue to be had, though, when I don't know about the comments and not even responding. And here's a funny thing. I was going through those comments, and I saw a comment from Anwar the Killer 180 of the Ryker Initiative, and he's saying, hey, where's the Discord? How do I get on the Discord? And I just never replied, never said anything to him. What a jerk, right? Oh my God, I feel bad. So, Raid scolded me, and I know better now. So, where did it go? He had sent me a list. That's not it. That's not it either. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, so he sent me a list of comments. SexyMilfs.online. Not just one of the comments, but a number of the comments. YouTube did a good job, though. It knew that wasn't relevant to the video. At least I don't think it was. Who knows? Who knows anymore what we talk about? So, like, Cammy Will says, 1 day ago, nice, now user your config. And I never responded. So, Cammy Will, I agree. And then the People's Club said, "Great video again." Oh no. He said things before. "Where can I find your Steam controller configs if you don't mind sharing? Thanks." Well, my friend, the People's Club, you're probably not watching because you're like, this asshole, he doesn't even respond. He just makes these videos. This isn't even real. Man from space. A Triforce. What in the world? What is this? This is nonsense. Doesn't even respond. I apologize. It is all real. Where can you find the configs? Well, here's the thing. You can find all the configs that I've shared in our Discord in the Steam controller channel. And if you're not in the Discord and you would like to be, it is completely open. You are welcome to join the Discord and stuff like that. But the thing is, the invitation to the Discord is open, but I'm not necessarily just asking people to come. You know what I mean? Like there's Discords like that. I'm on many of them, and they're just huge, and it can be really valuable having a huge, massive amount of people to communicate with. But our Discord is small, and I think that I've managed a couple of Discords over the years, and some people don't really like a small Discord that is maybe not filled with hundreds of posts a day, you know, and I'm sure that we'll get there eventually, but I'm not in a hurry to fill it up. So if you're just interested in the configs, what I will do from here on out is I will be sure to put links to the config of whatever game I'm playing on that show. I'll give them to Raid, and I'll have them put them in the description of the video, of the live stream. That way, whatever I'm doing, you can grab the config that's, you know, like updated as of the beginning of that stream, because as you know, I'm probably going to mess with it as we go a little bit. So, but I'll definitely be doing that from here on out. So if you don't want to have to join, you know, this exclusive, amazing Discord full of amazing people, then I understand, and I will make sure that the configs are available to you via the YouTube videos. If you want to talk Steam controller and you want one more place to talk about it, I love talking Steam controller, and we've got some other awesome Steam controller users. There's not a lot of us, to tell you the truth. I think out of all the people that watch these videos, there's maybe 2 Steam controller users, myself included. Do the math. Earth numbers, they're not too hard for some. But the point is, you're more than welcome to come and enjoy some nice Steam controller conversation, as well as other things. So, you know, and I figured since I'm responding to all these comments, I might as well do a little bit of an explanation. It's a little tricky. I don't know. But if I'm trying to think, because if Raid is listening, it might be difficult. Raid, are you there? No. I think we're good. All right. Okay, so let me explain. Here's how it all happened, okay? I was doing this work for another organization called the Terrestrial Reconnaissance and Intervention Force, and it's a I don't know, what do you call it? It's an organization, a space organization. And I worked in the Discovery Department, and we collected data and information and stuff like that. And I was doing a planet-side mission, and there was an accident, and I was stuck, and that's a whole thing, but we're not going to get into that part right now. What I was doing after that was I had very little resources. I had very little technology, and I didn't understand a lot of the technology that I had. So I had to figure things out and figure out a way to not lose my mind in a planet I've never been on before. So it was all very strange, but I figured out a way. I built a thing, a protocol to connect to the grid, which is there seems like there's no way to do a fast explanation of it all. I spent a lot of time after realizing that I wasn't going to leave here, trying to figure out a way to find a way to continue my work, because, the way, as far as I was concerned, until I had in my hand the discharge papers from the Triforce, I was still a member, and I wanted to still provide value to my team. So what I did was I figured out a way to transmit back to my team. That's what all this is, all this was, at least when it started out. The reason it's like high bit rate, really bright colors and all this stuff was because I was trying to make something flashy, and I needed to be able to pump the largest amount of bits as I could off planet to hopefully get to the grid. And I couldn't triangulate exactly where to position things. So I'm testing it every night for, it was almost a year of just testing until I made a connection. And then once I did, I had to get a hold of somebody in the Triforce, in the Discovery Department. There's departments within the Triforce, and mine was the Discovery Department. So I'm trying to get a hold of somebody there, and they have these walls of screens with dozens of monitors, and they're watching it's like a live feed from the grid. And if something is, entertaining, or if something is educational or scandalous, or whatever it is, the Discovery Department will log it, and then it'll get put into a database that gets it's a whole thing. But that's what the Discovery Department does. So I knew if I could do something that was flashy enough and could get the attention of my friends in the department, then that would be a good thing, and I can continue broadcasting and transmitting back to them to continue some sort of valuable effort on my behalf, and maintain my membership with the Triforce. So what ended up happening was, that's with all the, those movie clips that I have in the AFK, screens, BRB screens or whatever. Those movie clips, I edited all those out of tons of movies. There's hundreds more even. And the reason I took those was those are all me and my friends' favorite movies, and we all had some sort of connection to all of us together because we watched all these movies together. So I thought if I put clips of those on and I would broadcast those with my stream, then there would be a higher likelihood that my stream would stick out against everything that they're pulling in from the grid, because of its higher bit rate or flashy colors or something. And then the movie clips, right? So someone would see, oh my god, it's that movie, and then pull it up and then realize, oh my god, look, that's Ryker. And that's kind of how it happened. And I worked, and we did this whole remote thing for a while. And it was good, 2 years or something like that. And it was really good. And then we couldn't do it anymore, and everything fell apart. And that was really unfortunate because I got in trouble with the Galactic Federation. They have this whole thing where, I don't know, the way the grid works is it's like a communications network, and there's all these relays, and it's almost like what would you call it, like an antenna, sort of, right? You can think of it like an antenna. It's like a relay, and it exists out in space, and the way these relays work is they will transmit two ways to another relay within line of sight. And because we're in space, it can be light years away. But because it's in space, things move and you can lose your connection to the grid. Oftentimes you will have another relay somewhere that you can, triangulate and connect to, but not always. And so sometimes you can't do that. And so that's why, obviously I knew there would be one somewhere, but I had no idea where. And that's why it took me a year to actually find a node to get my thing onto the grid. And then the Fed was like, you're not allowed to communicate with any non-Federation planets anymore. Oh, for no reason. And then that was that, and it's, when I'm all hyped and excited, it's almost like it's like a fun story to tell. But to tell you the truth, it was a really, really bad day. That was an even worse day than the day that I broke my PBS and realized I was going to be stranded here. Because at that point, I still was thinking, we'll figure something out. But once the Fed shut down communication, I was kind of screwed. And the worst part is, that today is my mom's birthday. And I can't wish her a happy birthday. And here's the worst part. The absolute worst part is I have the device. It worked for 2 years. I could send a message to the Discovery Department. Like, our connection is established. I would be able to do that. I would be able to reestablish it at least very easily. But the problem is, obviously the Fed would know if a signal was coming in from Earth, from any non-Federation planet, from any planet, to the grid. And my key is it's a Triforce key. So when I connect, they'll know that it's the Triforce, and we'll be breaking Galactic Federation law, and they make a big deal about that sort of thing. So, yeah, it's unfortunate. So, when everything shut down and I wasn't able to continue doing the only thing that I felt I had, any right to do on this planet, at that point I had made a friend. So if you take the trail in front of the little hut here, about a mile down, you'll run into Dr. Murdoch Ravenholm. And you'll probably hear an explosion before you actually get to his place. And that's how you'll know you're going in the right direction. And Dr. Ravenholm has been a really good friend through all of this. He was the only person that didn't question anything that I said, that didn't want to argue about things, that didn't ask me to prove this or prove that. He was just cool. And I think he's got his own stuff, and we'll probably get to the bottom of it someday. I'm sure he'll open up more, but either way, it was kind of a cool connection to make, because it felt like he had his secrets too. And, well, Dr. Ravenholm's a whole thing. But here's the cool part. Through him, I made a couple of friends, and then made some friends on the internet, and we made a little Discord, and it kind of started with me just talking about stuff, telling my story and answering questions and things, and then it became like a real friend group. It was a neat thing, and I started realizing that since I couldn't broadcast for the Triforce anymore, that I could broadcast for these folks. So I had nothing better to do, and I had all of the technology. Everything was already set up. Things have evolved quite a bit, but things were set up kind of very similar to this years ago. And I had been broadcasting to the Triforce and then opening it up to Earth for a little bit, and then the Fed came in, and then it just became exclusive planet-side broadcasts. And ever since then, it's been with, the support of our friends in the Discord. And then the cool thing is, along the way, there's been a handful of people who have reached out and hit me up on different places, Reddit or Discord mainly, just reaching out to say hi. And they've become part of the community. And it's one of the coolest things. I mean, that's honestly it's like the best thing that I could imagine coming from this, is like making an actual connection with a real person. And then, I don't know, like, I can't tell you how cool it is when I see my phone go off and I look down and I see a message from someone in the Discord, and then I see another message and it's someone else responding to them. And then I pull it up and I open it and I see like this whole conversation where people are just like being cool and helping each other out and encouraging each other with things. And here's the thing. You all know how crazy the world's been. There's been so many bands just releasing terrible music, and it's really put a damper on things. So everywhere you turn, whether it's YouTube or whether it's Reddit or whether it's whatever, I don't know. I'm a terrible interneter. I have a Twitter account and I have a Reddit account. I have 2 Reddit accounts. I have one for the Ryker initiative, which I got when I was getting accounts, for all this. I don't know what to do with it though. So wherever you go in any of these platforms, it's just so much negativity, and I understand that that's part of life. Absolutely. I'll be the first person to stand right there and say this shitstorm's coming, but man, I'm with you. Let's take it. We'll take a shower later. We got this. But sometimes you just need a break, And for me, I don't know about you guys, but for me, our Discord is the place to go. It is the number one place that I go when I need a break, when I need joy, when I need just a distraction. And not because it's like random, but there's something powerful to like the community aspect of it. And I get it. Like this is the same realization that everyone had when they started using the internet, but it's kind of new to me. So it's like it's a whole thing, and I'm sort of starved for community. So to be able to have a bit of a digital one is cool. And the promise of digital connections and digital community has been really oversold and underdelivered. I find that the larger the group on the internet, sort of the worse it is, and it's really strange. I don't know why that is. I mean, I could guess, but don't make assumptions. So, I really value what we've built. I really value all you guys in the Discord. And I really value every one of you that have hit me up individually just to reach out and say hi and tell me that you like the videos. I mean, that's like a really, really amazing thing and unexpected because I don't know if it's not obvious, or maybe it is overly obvious. I'm not trying to be a YouTuber type of thing. Like that was the progression of things. Broadcasting for work, lose my job, broadcast for my friends, and then my friends expand. So it's kind of wonderful, but I just don't want anybody to get the wrong idea or take things personally. If I don't respond to you in the comments on YouTube, it's not because I don't want to respond to you. It's truthfully because I don't know about your comment, and I'm one of those people who's really judicious about notifications. So I don't turn notifications on. I set reminders to check in on apps. So I have multiple reminders throughout the day to check in on certain apps. For me, that works better. It's less distracting. So forgive me if I don't respond to your comments and all of that. Sarcastic Warlock, I am proud of this place as well, and I'm proud of you. Sarcastic Warlock is the, well, among many things, the leathersmith. And he makes some pretty amazing things. All right, I didn't actually finish these comments yet, and I need to. So, I mean, I won't read all of them, but the ones that are asking questions for sure. So yeah, the People's Club configs will be in the video descriptions from now on. And if you'd like to dive deeper, feel free to join the Discord. Dick Splat asks, anyone know how to get the Steam controller to work with this game? I bought it via Origin, and that comment was left on a Battlefront 2 video. So the way I do it is I add the game. In fact, let me just show you real quick. So what I do, let's see if I can find. Oh, where is it? Well, anyway, what I do is I use Glosk, I create I add the name, I don't put launch game, I don't put a path, and then I add it. And then it pops in just like this. And then I launch the game. And then I would go into Origin and I would launch the game here. That's undoubtedly a very non-elegant way of doing it, and there's probably a better way. So that's not the best way, I'm sure. I mean, if you want to add everything into Steam, right, and you don't want to deal, I kind of gave up on doing all that because there's so many launchers now, and there's so many different hoops to jump through to get things to work, that it just seemed like I was spending more time getting games into Steam than I was playing the games. So here, Battlefield 4, that one's from Origin. And that's just, yeah, Glosk. It's not launching anything. One of the things that you may have to do, so with Battlefront, here's what I do as well. You have to go into Manage, and I don't know that you have to do this, but I was having problems, and this fixed it for me. Oh, you know what? No, I guess I didn't. I was troubleshooting at one point, and I've set this to forced off. In fact, I still may need to do that, because what I think happened was I updated Steam, or I installed the beta, or I uninstalled the beta. One of those things happened, and it changed settings. If that's what happened, and it changed this setting, then I just haven't played the game since it did that. And if I were to play the game, it might not work. Or I'm thinking about a completely different game. But if what I'm thinking is relevant to this game, I'll tell you what I did in case you have issues. You go right here into the properties of the game and you say forced off, and right here, forced off. I don't know if both of those are required, or either one is required, or just one. I don't know. But I remember doing that, and I remember something working. Whether it was this or something else, I can't tell you. But here's the important part. When you do that, the game will start, and it will show the Steam little pop-up right here, not for big picture, but the regular one, and it'll even pop up and say your controller, and it'll say using whatever thing. And I think I have it set up to use a blank. You know what? Maybe this was the trick. Bear with me, dude. But we're going to get to the bottom of this, okay? We're troubleshooting live, more or less. The pieces are falling together as we retrace my steps. I think this may have been what we did. So I have this blank template that I'll sometimes use. And as you can see, everything is just blank. So that's how this game is set up to run. So it's set up to run that blank template, and then I go over, not to Warzone, but to, a Battlefront 2 Glosk shortcut. But I think they're gone because of one of those updates, or maybe I updated Glosk, or I reinstalled something. I can't remember. But the point is, yeah, I have one of these Glosk instances titled Battlefront 2. And, yeah. And, if you're new to Glosk, just remember to make sure that you title the names of your shortcuts, the names of your games, consistently, because it won't pull the right config in if it has the wrong name. So, FYI. All right, now let's see. We have another comment. It's the People's Club. Again, this is his first comment, I think. The first time I ignored him. Nice. I just completed this in the DLC campaign with the Steam controller. Really enjoyable. And that was also the Battlefront 2. That's cool. We need to finish that. Hey! The Proto Girl. She looks familiar. This looks like such a beautiful game. Like one I could totally get lost in without ever pushing a goal. Just rolling along. XO1 demo. Yeah, I'm really excited for that game. Like, super excited. Every time I remember it, I get super excited and I want to play it, and then I remember, oh, it was just a demo. Because I think, oh, that game. I'm not used to, like, demo life, Not complaining, though. Noble Society says, cool stuff. Waiting on your next episode. Some comments, they're fishy. Like, they don't seem real. Like, they seem phony. But not all of them. And the thing is, the AI is so good that it makes you wonder if real people are actually not just robots. And that's unfortunate. Like, that's how the terrorist robots won. By making us second guess each other. It's a shame when you think about it. Either way, I'm just going to assume that they're all human. Anwar the Killer, where can I find the Discord? Man. Lloyd Carnigan left a comment. You played Halo for the first time. What the hell? Damn, I missed it. I missed this, but more importantly, how did you miss Halo all these years? So many questions. I know, right? How? How could it be? This is the part where everyone hits the road because I let out a secret. I'm not a big Halo fan. I mean, I've only played maybe a couple of hours of the Master Chief Collection, Halo Reach, and Halo 2. I don't remember, but I was disappointed. I've heard people talk about it so much. I've heard it so hyped. I was so looking forward to the story. Now, granted, I have not gotten into the story, so maybe the story is great. But for me and my Steam controller, Halo plays so slow. Like, it plays like someone invented a controller with 2 analog joysticks. And then they were like, we should put a first-person shooter into this system and control it with this controller. And then they were like, that's insane. That would be miserable. Look at first-person shooters. They're so fast. They're so action-packed. There's so much movement. The enemies don't want to get hit. It's difficult. How are you going to do that with these joysticks? And then someone said, oh, we'll just make the game real slow. And every time you jump, you just sort of float. And if you want to move and dodge and... No, none of that. Slow down. And then the enemies. They're like... Most games, most first-person shooters I've played, the enemies are like, I dare you to hit me. I dare you. Come on. I dare you. You are not gonna hit me. That's most games. At least lately. Shadow Warrior 2, Doom Eternal. And then the Halo enemies are like, over here, bud. Oh, over here. Oh, you got me! Good job! That's what it feels like. And that's not to say that there's not cool animations and cool sound effects, and all that. But just looking in terms of like a hitbox, it's like, shoot right here! And it's like, animations! Right here! And then it's like, I'm gonna jump in the air now! And I float in the air right here! Whoa! Bet you can't look up and shoot! And then you look up and you shoot, and then the guy's dead, and it's like, oh, well, that was the boss. Cool. And I think that's what happened. And that's not to say that there's anything wrong with that. But it just leaves a bit to be desired for someone who, really appreciates gyro aiming and stuff like that. So I kind of missed out on that time period, unfortunately. When everyone was learning how to use a controller. And all that. But I mean, hey, the new Halo looks very pretty. But I mean, honestly, like, it looks the same, doesn't it? That new Halo Infinite trailer? Like, actually look at the bad guys. They don't do very much. It's almost like a shooting gallery. It's beautiful, and there's cool animations, and there's cool particle effects. But it's like... Well, it's Halo. And it is what it's supposed to be. And you don't become, like, the biggest FPS on the planet by being inaccessible, by being a game that frustrates the player. I'm weird and I like to be frustrated. I like to bang my head against the wall and say, damn it, why can't I do this? To me, that's a good time. That's a fun experience. And that's part of the reason why I like the Steam controller. Because the Steam controller adds that level of spice to every gaming interaction. Nearly. Kind of. You know what I mean. Well, there's more comments, but there's no more questions. And I don't want to read the rest of the comments because some of them are so nice, it makes me feel weird to read them. And I feel so warm inside of my chest cavities. All 6 of them. Because of these comments. So, all of you people who commented, I really appreciate it. And I'm sorry for not responding. And here's the thing. I don't want to say, hey, listen, from here on out, I'm responding to every comment. I'm going to be on there replying and responding to all those comments, man. No, because I hear people, right? I know what goes on. It takes over, and it becomes very unhealthy. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Raid at the end of the week go and absorb all the comments and questions that people have that they've placed either on the YouTube videos or on the Discord. Unless it's something that I've already gotten to, right, on the Discord, like directly. And then every Friday, we'll do a Friday show, and I'll answer like these questions and stuff. I mean, it's really funny the way life works, you know, because that's kind of what I was doing for Discovery, for the Triforce, is having experiences, learning things, doing things, experimenting, and then talking about and answering questions. And, you know, life's weird. But I enjoy it. So leave questions, leave comments, and I will respond to them every Friday on this stream with you guys live here on the Ryker Initiative. And if anyone wants to get in the TRICOM, you know, the TRICOM right down there. Am I looking at it? Am I looking right at it? I don't know. I can't tell. But anyway, if anyone wants to get in the TRICOM, the TRICOM is integrated into the Discord. It's a channel on the Discord. And the idea was, it wasn't like a YouTube thing we were doing. It was a Discord thing that we were doing. And then when it branched out to YouTube, it didn't make sense to be like, all right, well, now we also have a YouTube chat. You know, it was like, well, we already have a chat here. And what if people want to chat when they're not watching the video, when they're not on YouTube? You know, maybe they don't want to use the YouTube chat. They want to use Discord because that's what we've created. And so it made sense to just integrate the TRICOM into the live stream as the live chat. So that's what we have done. And to tell you the truth, I don't really want to change it. I know that there's been, you know, there's different opinions on it, and I respect all the opinions, and I share all of them at different times of the day. At this moment, I really like our community, and I like not feeling like a lot of pressure to have to monitor the chat. You know, and I understand that's what a streamer would do. That's what YouTubers do. But that's not what I'm doing. And I wouldn't be here in front of you doing this if that was, you know, like part of the roadmap. Because that's just not what I like. That's not the thing. I can't do that. It's not me. I can't do it. And I have to work with an awareness of my limitations and my weaknesses. For example, I mean, I haven't been singing a lot of songs for you guys. You know, it's been a while. But I screwed up, and I didn't save the preset that I made on the Axe effects that ran dual channel for my vocals and the guitar. And I don't want to have to go rebuild the dang thing. You know? And it's okay. And I don't feel a tremendous amount of pressure. I'll get to it eventually, and then we'll be good. But if I had like people on the internet, you know, strangers just like, hey, asking questions, what's this thing? You know, I'd feel a lot of pressure, and I would feel like it would change who I see when I look into that lens. You know, when I look into the camera, like I see someone, you know, there is an audience member that I see, and it's like, it's a person that knows me, you know, not an actual person, mind you, right? But it's just like this feeling, this vibe that I'm sitting in conversation, not with a potential employer during a job interview, you know, not with a famous person during, you know, a press junket, but with a friend hanging out who came over to sit down right there and just stare at me while I play video games and talk about the Steam controller and play some music. you know, but it's a comfortable thing. And that's where my comfort zone is right now. And maybe my comfort zone will change in the future. I mean, I'm sure it will. Everything changes in the future. But right now, I'm enjoying what we have. And I'm enjoying meeting people organically. I maybe this is weird, but my favorite thing is when someone hits me up and says, "Hey, how do I get in the Discord?" And then I start having a conversation with this person, you know? I mean, because like many of you can attest to this, I'm not just throwing out invites being like, "Oh, here you go, come on in," you know? And it's not necessarily that I'm like vetting people out. I mean, naturally, there's a certain type that, you know, I want to facilitate a place where people feel comfortable, but at the same time where I guess it's comfort, you know? I want to make a comfortable place. And that doesn't mean that it's safe necessarily. There is some danger, and there is some adventure, and there's some tough decisions. There's some stories that are a little harsh, a little dark. There's some shared experiences and things that a number of you will attest to not necessarily being the most approachable in terms of thematic elements, but that is what this is. Just like this is a Steam controller. You can't buy them anymore. I get it. There's 12 of us that give a shit. I get it. But I give a shit. So that's what I'm talking about. And I understand that there's going to be a lot of people that just aren't interested. And that is perfectly fine. Same goes with our Discord. We have rules and we have certain things that we don't talk about because we have other places, more productive, more effective places to talk about those things. And because of that, it's kind of a beautiful thing. And one of my favorite things, just like with the VR, is being able to share that with new people. So those of you who have reached out and, you know, who I've made connections with and then invited you to the server, like, you are my, like, dream, what do they call it? Like the viewer experience or something like that, you know? Like, because to me, like, that's the coolest thing. Like, I'm actually literally making friends, getting to know people, and then engaging with them regularly, thanks to this stuff. And not because I'm going around begging people, "Hey, please be my friend, please." I don't know. I've done that before with music, and it just feels humiliating, especially when you get up there and then you look out there and you see the people and you're like, I know they don't want to be here. They're here because I begged them to be here. It's not a great feeling, especially going into a performance. That's neither here nor there. But the point is, I like our Discord, and I'm looking forward to the people that we have yet to meet, to the members that we have yet to take on. And so, if that just doesn't sound like the most ridiculous thing in the world, well, my friend, let me remind you, this is 2020, and anything is possible. Not just the bad things, but the good things too. So, if anybody wants to be a part of a Discord like that, then you must be fucking weird. I'm just kidding. But maybe you are fucking weird. And if you are, then that's just a little bit more exciting. But if you're not, that's okay too. Now, we're not just going to sit here all night and talk. what has it been? An hour? Or more? Ridiculous. No, what we're going to do is we're going to jump into Warzone. This game has been such a challenge. The last couple of days, I've really taken it on as such a challenge. And I want to show you what I've done. I'm not saying it's great, and I'm not saying it's going to remain tomorrow, but I'm pretty happy with it. And I'm going to have Raid. I'm going to be sure that, I'm going to do it right now. We're going to jump to a quick intermission. I'm going to take care of a fluid situation, and then I'm going to have Raid put the link to this config in the video description in real time if he can. I don't know if he can, but we'll see. And then any of you watching can follow along at home. All right, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. But if you do, come right back.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Yes. Stop.
Okay. Okay. Okay, enough of that. Enough of that. We got business to get to. About business, clearly, I mean bullets. And by bullets, I mean that sweet, sweet cash. Because we're playing Warzone. Look at this. Be our stimulus duos. When a player dies, they will parachute back into the fight if they have enough cash on them. If they don't die, the game automatically uninstalls. It's very extreme. But it's for those people that really want to play like Battle Royale to the next level, you know? Everything's on the line. That may not be true. But nobody really knows, so we're certainly not going to do it. We're going to go plunder quads. What is this, leg day? Sorry. All right. We need to get the game audio. Because we got to get pumped. I feel like in order to get very pumped, like one has to frown. But it's hard for me to frown. Because life is so good. We're playing a video game with a Steam controller. Hope you're having a good Friday.
Check weapons and gear. We're holding for deployment.
Distracted. Don't die. Okay. Now,
Enemy soldier incoming.
before we get going, I did send Raid the link, and he's probably already put it in the description. Hopefully. If not, let me know. Send a carrier pigeon, and I'll put the link in the description myself. I'll figure out how. Otherwise, this is the config as it stands at the moment. I'll take a minute here to explain it. We've got about 20 seconds. So I'm going to turn down that game audio because that's a bit much. We're going to run through this relatively quickly. So, yeah, right. Relatively quickly. Who am I kidding? All right. Here's the thing. There's a couple of cool things about this, okay? Under the right touchpad, there's a D-pad. Now look, you got to trust me on this, okay? I've tried this in every possible iteration. I've done it from action layers, and I've accessed the action layers from every possible which way, and then the other way, and then every other way. I've even gone into the future and done it backwards. It's no good, man. This is the only way that I found will be sufficient. Let me explain. No, it's too much. Let me sum up. Butterhump is marrying Humperdinck in little less than half an hour. Have you ever seen that movie? Probably not. Well, I mean, probably. I don't know what people have seen. All right, we're ready. Let's just jump into this, and I'm going to show it to you firsthand in the heat of battle. Oh, baby. This is going to be good. Raid, are we being followed?
Yes.
Oh, no. I knew it. Bad guys.
Maybe.
Get inside the house now. Hide near the bed. Did you hear that?
Enemy dropping into the AO.
They're coming in from all the sides. Oh, no. All right. Perfect. I've got them just where I want them. Now let me show you. So, right touchpad, D-pad when you click, right? Okay. When you click to the left, mouse delta. It snaps to the left. When you click to the right, mouse delta snaps to the right. When you click forward or up, it spins you around. 180. When you click down, the bottom, it spins you around 180, okay? Look. Perfect 180s. Silky smooth. Look at that every single time. It's amazing. I'm telling you, it is really a game changer. And now here's the other snaps, right? At first I was having them go like 90 degrees, but then I cut it in half, and it feels really good. Like these 45-degree angle snaps. Oh, here. Holy diver. This game is loud. There. All right. All right. I'll be safe right here. We're just gonna hang out for a second, and I'm gonna show you some of these things. So, look at the regular press, mouse delta. I really got it dialed in. I dialed it in using, dead touchpad and a dead gyro, and like really did the work, and I got it exactly right. So all you really have to do is when you do the tester is hold Y, which is the disable gyro button in the config, and then you hit the left bumper. And that tests your 180, right? And you just test that, and you calibrate it, and you adjust your in-game sensitivity so that this always does a perfect 180, and then that's all you got to do. At least for my config. That'll get you to how I'm using it. Sort of. Now, here's the thing. There are some settings here that you will have to adjust. Mouse sensitivity is at 6.70. I mean, here it all is. Take a screenshot of this with your phone or something, and then send it to your phone. I don't know, but get this, and then follow it when you're playing the game. Set it up exactly like this. Okay? Especially this ADS mouse sensitivity. This is very important. This one here. And the reason that one there is so important, is because, let me switch weapons. Because with this weapon, I also wanted this to maintain the same degree of snapping. I still wanted this to do 180s. Oh. Let's see. It's not right. So here's what we do. Because this was adjusted before. This is perfect. This kind of lets me show it off. Let's drop that down a little bit. And then oh, I can't tell. Is it going? Yeah, we need to go backwards. We need to go backwards here. And by backwards, I mean forwards. Oh, too much. Way too much. Sometimes it's handy to do something way too much. Then you know. Too much? No. No, yeah. I gotta do... Yeah, it's too little. All right. So, all right, let's try that. Sure.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Oh, shit. Oh! All right. We're back to normal now. All right, I gotta do a little bit more. Very, very small amount. All right, a little less. A little less now. Well, 1.75. There it is. Now, it might not be like pixel perfect, but that's pretty dang close. I actually think that is as perfect as it gets. Because when you look at the weapon sway, I mean, there's kind of a high degree of variance there. So that's all right, whatever. We're good. We've done it. So that means that if we're aiming down sights, we could spin around and look behind us instantly. It's amazing. And we can look to the right and to the left at 45s, double click to get your 90 degree. Wait. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Enemy UAV over.
Oh, it's so cool. And because I really experimented a lot with different angles.
Hostile dropping into the area.
And this was really just by far the most usable.
Enemy UAV over.
Whereas before, snapping to 90 degrees was too much. And I kept finding myself overcorrecting and getting confused. Because when you snap to an area and you don't recognize anything, like if it's too far, then your brain is like, wait, where are we looking? What's going on? Maybe that's just me, bad situational awareness on my part. I'm not sure, but it definitely helped making those snaps shorter. So, and what that effectively does, it just helps me center my hands, which in turn improves my gyro ability. Shucks. All right, so what else is going on? I really had to jump through quite a few hoops. I had to experiment with a lot of things to be able to find a way to get this snapping to work while also giving me a D-pad where I can, assign and do other things and do chord presses and stuff. And it shouldn't have taken me as long. And the thing about this is sometimes you put in a lot of work and it's not work that is progressively Let's get some privacy. Oops. That'll keep us safe.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
But a lot of times, it's not like you're building a structure where every piece, every, say, hour of investment into troubleshooting this config is making it better and better or taller and taller and taller. It's more like you're building something up and you have to see what it looks like at the midway point or at the 75% waypoint before you can really assess whether it's a good idea or a bad idea. And so most of what you're doing is you're building and then you're just tearing it down because by the time you get there, you realize, no, this really isn't ideal. This isn't what I'm looking for. I need to start over. And that's life with the Steam controller. That's the good life with the Steam controller. If you enjoy that process, of course. So over here, it's basically the best process one could have outside of eating a really beautiful sandwich. Unlike a strong, like rye bread, roast beef and turkey and bacon, and lettuce and tomato and avocado, and mayonnaise and mustard and olive oil and salt and pepper, and more mustard, and more mustard. Raid?
Yes.
We're gonna need more mustard.
Me.
No, we are gonna need more mustard.
You.
Yes, okay. I'm gonna need more mustard.
Okay.
Enemies in the area.
What are you gonna do? Let's get back to it. Pick up our claymore. See, the way I play this game is really all about the Steam controller. It's all about the Steam controller. And I'm playing a totally different game where I exist in this world where all this fighting is going on over all this money. But I really just want to mess with my Steam controller. So every once in a while, we're going to bump into people and we might have to take them out. They might take us out, but that's the nature of the beast. Hopefully along the way, we'll learn a thing or two and maybe even make some unexpected improvements. Because it's kind of what this is all about. But again, it is Friday, and I highly recommend you grab your fluids that you have placed before you, raise them up in front of your face, and say, "Oh yeah." Now take a drink. All together now. Oh. Okay. Man. I'm good to go. I'm good to go. All right. Happy Friday, everybody. Let's get back to it. Oh my God. Aha. Ha ha ha. Everybody. Screw you guys. I got everything. Anyway, we're serious. We're talking about our controls. Now, if you don't know, we have the touchpad set up for full swipes.
Be advised, enemy attack chopper incoming.
Full swipes get you your 180s. And honestly, I may actually lower that now that I can get 180s like this. So that's kind of one of the things we're experimenting with. I'm used to swiping for my 180s, but now that I could just click, I might be able to lower this sensitivity to something a little bit more useful for thumb aiming, which I really don't do a lot of. Whenever I manage to get a thumb aim kill, I always feel Very lucky. But we'll see. Man, it looks like I got that cash box thing right before everyone even realized. Uh-oh. I hear commotion. All right, so check this out. Triggers. Oh, this is so deadly. There. All better. Look at my triggers. Check out my triggers, dude. So our left grip, as always, is a shift function. And when you click it, our trigger goes to hip fire aggressive, and we've got reload, and we've got apply, shield plate or whatever. Those make sense, right? Reload is reload, like apply bullets, and then apply, so it's like, okay, my dumb little finger could be like, oh, I understand. So that's how we have that set up. And I really like it. I've been using right touchpad reload for a long time. Right touchpad click reload, and then a shift click for weapon. And I like it, but if I can get away from having to touch the touchpad, then my aim just improves. And now that I can put those snap functions under the touchpad, well, that's like just freaking cool because I don't have to worry about putting any functions under the touchpad. I could just leave that thing set aside for aiming functions. And that feels really good. It feels very organized. It feels very satisfying. Yeah. And of course, shift touchpad click, shift right touchpad click is melee. Hey, look it. We did it. We beat the game. We got wood. So what more can you ask for? Number 89. Well, admittedly, we didn't really do anything except for grab that lucky box. But hey, we talked about some pretty cool Steam controller stuff. So, all's well that ends with Steam controller stuff. Now, here's another thing. We moved melee. I've had melee on right shoulder for a long time. I've played all games, basically, with melee up there. I've really, really grown accustomed to it with games like Doom and Doom Eternal, with the glory kills and how frequently you might use a melee in a game like that. But I've had to move it, and the reason I moved it is because there's a lot of games where you have two abilities, right? And it just makes so much sense to put those abilities on the shoulder buttons, and that's really what I do when I can. But lately, I've been breaking it up across different things, and it's just not great the way I've had it. So it's almost like in every game I have a different setup for abilities, and it kind of drives me crazy. I just wish that I had one sort of option that I stuck to, one sort of convention for abilities. And so that's what I've done. I used to have ability on shift right trigger, which feels super good, especially when your ability is like a shooting type of ability, like a fireball or, something like that. It feels fantastic because it's your shooting finger. But reload feels really good too. And I think I'd rather that be there. I moved melee to left trigger, shift left trigger. And that's basically what's going on there.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Watch the skies.
Oh, I'm still getting used to these buttons.
Soldier incoming.
I just talked about him, and I'm already like, what? What's the one?
Begins now.
And that's always the tough part, is like when you try something new and you sort of stumble, it's sort of having to figure out, am I stumbling because this is a bad idea? Or am I stumbling because it's different? And then eventually it will become something I love, you know? Some things are instantly just a classic, like that snapping. I mean, I think I'm always going to do that now.
Your mission is simple. Secure more cash than the enemy.
Other things
Set a drop point for your team.
take a bit more investment to sort of attach to.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Enemy dropping into the AO.
Oh, go, go, go. Oh my God! Oh. Well, that was a great demonstration of when to not just turn around. I have no excuse. I freaked out. Let's do it again. Now, I don't know about you, but the way I play Plunder is the way I play all the modes in this game. It's called the Steam controller version, like we were talking earlier, and it involves what's the thing to fall? It's spacebar. I mean, I remembered it as soon as my knees broke. It was I jogged my own memory when my shin went through my skull. You know, sometimes I look around at this game and I think, wow, it's beautiful. And other times, I don't understand.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Come on, I dare you. Wrong way.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Shit.
Extraction is standing by. Mark an LZ for pickup.
All right.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Enemy UAV overhead.
Where are they at?
Enemy UAV overhead.
All right. I think we're safe. Whew. Okay, here we go. Check out my triggers, right? Okay, so reload and then armor. And the cool thing is it's working. And it's one of those things where initially I'm thinking, okay, well, this is probably just a good idea. This is just like a good concept, but it's not actually going to work, right? My hands just aren't going to soft pull when I reload. I'm going to freak out and I'm going to full pull the trigger and I'm going to start putting shields in when I want to reload. And what a terrible thing to do when you need to reload. So it's not been a problem. I don't know. I feel like I would recommend someone not do this. I would say don't do that. It's just not going to be reliable 100% of the time. It'll be reliable 99% of the time. But I'm really liking it. And I haven't made a mistake once so far. So maybe I'm just better at soft pulling than I was before, right? Maybe I'm just better. My brain is just better at knowing that that is its own sort of function. I don't know what the deal is. But either way, I'm happy about it because I really like having reload and put on armor on that trigger. And I'm looking forward to using that same sort of convention in other games. As I love when I can find something in one game and then improve a different config because of something that I stumbled upon in another. Anyway, back to it. We have to win this match, obviously. We're doing so good so far. Everyone's so mad at us right now because of how much we know about the Steam controller, and they want that information from us. But we're not going to let them have it. All right. It's up to us. It is the only way. The way of the Steam controller. Can we do it? Wait, what are we doing? Oh yeah. Money. Oh, I'm being hunted. This will be a perfect time.
Copy. Extraction is inbound. Extract is on station, ready for pickup.
All right. We did the thing. We're still being hunted. That's kind of cool.
Cargo is secured and exiting the AO.
The ultimate.
All cargo extracted. Exfil is RTB.
That's the ultimate right there. Oh, man. So, oh, that's a trip. Wow. So it's like pre-aiming, right? You know you're going to turn around. So you want to face you want your back to be in the direction that you want your face to be in when you turn. So when I go over here, I could look like this. When I come out of this stairway, I could turn like this and then hit the button and then just keep going forward. Look at that. How cool. So it's those types of things that are like new mechanics that my hands are going to have to learn. Thinking in that sort of way. Thinking in the way where it's like my hands know that if a guy is a little too far to comfortably turn my hands and aim, to go ahead and just click and it'll snap over. Oh, we're being hunted. Three, two, one. All right.
You're safe. You lost the enemy trackers.
We didn't get killed. I keep hearing a door open, but I don't know from where. Like, so let me pre-aim at that doorway, right? So I'll look up like this. That feels so weird. I can see that being a thing, you know, to get good at, but it's certainly a challenge. I love that. Where is everybody? All right, well, this is okay. This is okay. I keep getting distracted, but I really wanted to show you something. Sarcastic Warlock, you're so funny. Happy. It's true. It's Friday night. And I've got a Steam controller and a cup full of fluids. And a bowl full of herbs. And a hole full of hobbits. Okay. Oh no! don't even have any money. But I'm gonna call this bastard out.
Copy. Extraction is inbound.
Come on! Where are you?
Extract is on station. Ready for pickup. Helicopters exiting the AO. Cargo extracted and secure at base.
Come on. Book your little head out.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Shit! And that's what happens
That one.
when you don't open the door. I actually thought that I could shoot him through the wall. I guess I couldn't shoot him through that wall. I should have opened that door earlier, and then I could have ran into it. It would have made a lot more sense. Oh, I gotta shoot that guy. Definitely. Definitely gotta shoot that guy.
Soldier incoming. Secure all cash you can find. Enemy attack chopper is in the AO. Bring it down and recover the cash.
Things are about to get very intense. I can tell because the music told me. Oh, no. Poor fella. He just wants to drop off his stuff. Oh no. I deserve that. I mean, at some point, you know, you just have to ask yourself, why do they keep trying? I gotta ask myself the same thing. Yes, no, I didn't want to do that.
Hostile dropping.
shit! Oh, I couldn't even see him. Damn it. That was insane. Whoa! Stop it! I'm just here for the controls. What did I do to you guys? Other than kill your friends. A few times. Brutally, I might add. Oh, I got him, but... Oh, come on.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Where they at? Oh, shoot! No! Did you see that guy? I didn't see that guy. I had no idea that guy was there. No idea. I'm a little startled. Hey, but we won! We actually got money that time too, so... Not only did we make some progress... Very little progress explaining our Steam controller config, but we got wood. That's better than nothing. So if you're not aware, use is shift jump. The reason use is shift jump is because by relegating it to grips, then all of my other buttons and fingers are free to do all of these other things. And sometimes a game has you doing other things while you're pressing use, and holy smokes, all of those badass Mountain Dew sound effects in my ear just made me grow another testicle. I don't know if I can handle it. We're going to have to jump back into a game and get some of this excessive brosculinity out of my system now. What was I even saying? It was too much. It was like an assault on my ears. But anyway, use. So by having use on the grips, it means when you're using something, you could, like left, right, and then you just hold it. But you can still triggers, you can still aim, you can still fingers and buttons and thumbs and all of those things. It's not ideal. Because what would be ideal is 2 additional buttons on the back, 1 on each side. 4 total grip buttons would be amazing. I mean, what would be ideal is some sort of like touchpad-like clicky sort of grip surface that was also capacitive, and you could sort of set up your own areas. But hey, look, I'll be happy if I can get just 4 grip buttons. Because 4 grip buttons, well, that would change the game.
Take this.
Literally. Oh, let me show you our map. The map is a cool thing. It helps you figure out how to get to where you're going.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Jeez. I was just trying to shoot that guy. No need to go crazy and shoot me.
Enemy soldier incoming. Practice is over. Fight begins now.
So, what was I saying? Who even knows? Grip buttons would be great. What else do we have to go over? The map, that's right. When you hold X, it presses M. No big deal. Pulls the map up, right? And when you release it, the map goes away. But there's also a mode shift happening under the joystick here. On up and down. So you got these chord presses, and when X is held, up becomes scroll up, and down becomes scroll down, with hold to repeat on, and the repeat rate turned up quite a bit. And here's what that translates to. We want to zoom in, we push forward, and zoom out, we pull back. We can mark stuff.
Does anyone need this?
And there we go. Ah, my fingers is still used to having a melee on that shoulder button. That's going to be challenging.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
So,
Enemy soldier.
basically, I call this aim mode thing, conception, convention. What should I call it? I think I was gonna call it. Well, there were 4, but now there's 3, so I can call it the try
Soldier incoming.
aim method. The try aim.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Where? What at?
Enemy
I'll have to think of something. But basically, you know, you got 3 ways of aiming. You could aim with your gyro, you could aim with your touchpad, and you can aim with your clicking.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Yeah.
The mark location and secure the area.
All right, I'll do that. Okay, we're actually doing a contract now. We're actually going to do the thing. We're going to play the game.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
I'm in the open here.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Shoot. Oh. I should have got that guy first. I saw him there. I should have. Ooh. See, and then now those are the guys that we have to kill.
You.
Yeah. I mean, unless you're gonna do it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. You're gonna play the game and you're gonna kill those guys?
Yes.
I'd like to see you try.
Okay.
Primary LC is marked. Extract is standing by.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Me.
Yes. Do it.
Okay. Yes.
Are you doing it?
Yes.
I don't think so, Raid. I think that you're just a little crazy.
Dropping into the AO. Enemy UAV overhead.
I will shoot that guy
To the area. Watch the skies.
with my gun. I will shoot that guy with my gun.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Enemy dropping into the AO.
Oh no! That would have been a perfect opportunity to that 180. I mean, I still spun around and started shooting him, but it wasn't as effective as snapping. But I mean, it's gonna take us time. These things take time. You can feel it. You can feel that the power is there. We just have to learn to harness the power. We have to learn. This is a learning game, don't you know? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Where are they?
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
No, why? I seriously thought that I would have had him. Oh my god. It's not happening.
Terminates a contract. It's over.
Oh yeah, I had a contract. See, that's why I need Sarcastic Warlock to remind me that we have a goal here. Whoa, whoa, hey man, come on. What a dick.
Watch the skies. Enemy UAV overhead. Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Whoa! Oh my god, he actually scared me. And then look, I got stuck in that corner. What a dork. What a way to die. Let's do it again. But this time we're gonna go over here. There's a little fella over there.
Be advised, enemy team is tracking your position.
Oh shit! I totally thought that there could be other people that were also shooting at me. Damn it. Rookie mistake. So there's a technique where you confuse your enemy and they don't know what's going on. That's part of what I'm doing, is that same exact technique where they're like, what the fuck? So then they're not threatened by you anymore. And you could just soar in and be a happy little guy. So don't question me, man. It's all part of the plan. And we have a little bit of money, so why not call down the helicopter? Let's have some fun, fellas.
Low is inbound for extraction.
He says as he tries to jump through the window and the window fails to break.
Extract is standing by for cargo.
I gave him like $30 and they're like in the helicopter, are you serious? Yeah, no, he just gave us $30. What the fuck is wrong with these guys?
Cargo is secured and exiting the AO.
I don't know, all they care about is money these days.
Phil is returning to base.
Oh. Have I told you guys that I like ladders?
All cash you can find. Enemy attack chopper is in the AO. Bring it down and recover the cash.
No, you do not even think about it, you stupid attack chopper. There's so many attack choppers. Like a true American hero. Just right on through. Get in there. How do I? Oh yeah. I need to use melee more so that I
Enemy dropping into the AO.
will remember it better. Melee all the things and remember the button forever. We won the game again. And we got wood again. That's crazy. We were so focused on our Steam controller. And we still got 89th place. Oh my gosh. That's almost 100. Pretty impressive, if I do say so myself. So let's see. I mean, everything else is pretty standard. We've gone over, for the most part, everything. This mouse delta that you see on the left trigger, that's for testing purposes. So when you hold Y, it kills the gyro, and then you can test your mouse delta. So yeah, and then one more time. Let me show you the options, because I think maybe when I showed this earlier, I might have changed it. This actually should be up at 1. 1.75 legacy aim down sight mouse sensitivity set to legacy, and set your low zoom to 1.75. Your high zoom, you know, when you're aiming with a like a sniper rifle or something, like a large high magnification scope or whatever, you can't do the 180 when you are aiming with that weapon because it's dampened so much. It's not a big deal. It would be really nice if you could, and there there is a way. I mean, you can make it work very easily in the configurator, but then it's going to mess up for the other weapon. And so you really do want to have two different sensitivities going on here. And I find it very nice at 1 for the sniper rifle. Maybe we'll adjust it at some point, but currently I'm not complaining about it. So that's that. And then all the other things, you know, if you want to just quickly take a glance at these, pause the video if you need to see what these are set to, and then make those changes. Not everything is set up. I really haven't done very much in terms of vehicle controls. I don't really ever use air vehicles or anything like that. No real reason. I just haven't gotten into it yet. The Steam controller keeps me busy with other things. Nothing has changed here. I think, you know, I really think that maybe most of the controls are defaults other than a lot of these like toggles. So I don't think there's a lot of binding changes, though I could be mistaken. But yep, very satisfying game, and I like that config, and I'm looking forward to putting in the time to like get good at it, you know, and then really feel, because I can feel the power. It's just like I'm not using it right, you know, but that's kind of the nature of it. So then you use it for a couple of weeks and then it's like, oh man, all right, now I'm really, so it's almost like, you know, it's like one step backwards and then you take like 12 steps forwards. If it's actually a good idea. Otherwise, get rid of it as soon as you can, because you don't want to be creating bad habits based off of bad ideas. So, don't know what that has to do with anything else. So I guess that's all. I guess that's all for this Steam controller Warzone gameplay extravaganza. I hope you learned something. Don't go away. We'll be right back. All right, folks, thanks for hanging out. I hope you had a good night. I hope you had a good Friday night. Thanks for spending your Friday night over here with me and my Steam controller. So I think that, and Raid, thank you for coming over and spending some time with Raid.
Okay.
There you go. Do you feel better now, Raid?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, and have a great night. Have a good weekend. I'll see you guys on the Discord, and I'll see you guys right back here Monday. I'm